Hey, what is up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. Big news in today's video. And before we start, I just have to say that out of the 1,000 or so videos that I've posted in the past 4 or 5 years, of all of the strange things we've spoken about, of all the footage that we've reviewed, and of all the proof that has come to light validating the alien phenomenon and the long-standing cover-up of it, out of all the stuff we've spoken about, there's probably no other video or topic that has or probably will get me as excited as the topic that we're going to talk about today. And I've mentioned this in the past, and I've been getting a ton of questions about it since, and I've kind of been silent because I didn't know if it was going to happen or not. But today I am happy to say, and very excited, that the man that the American government attempted to erase, Bob Lazar, is going to be doing an exclusive interview here on Secure Team, along with Mr. Jeremy Corbell, who has an upcoming film coming out, which again, I told you guys about a few months back when we were just sort of whispering about this. That film is called Bob Lazar, Area 51, and Flying Saucers. And if any of you know the name Bob Lazar, if you've heard of this man or you know who he is and what he's done, well, then you'll know just how explosive this film and this interview is going to be and what it means for this topic. This is truly history in the making. So before we go any further, I think it fitting that you guys check out the trailer for this new film.
This story is extraordinary, especially if it's true. And it all started in the desert. Just north of Las Vegas.
A local scientist who worked at Groom Lake
said to be where top-secret weapons systems have been tested over the years.
He has asked that his identity be shielded.
Exactly what's going on up there?
What's going on up there could be the most important event in history. Physical contact and proof from another system, another planet, another intelligence.
What would happen to you if the government learned that you were giving us this information?
He just wanted to stay alive.
Maybe this has been kept from us for a good reason.
Sir, how do we know you are who you say you are?
My name's Bob Lazar. I'm known for working at a classified base and reverse engineered alien spacecraft.
It went all over the world. He put Area 51 on the map.
Can we ever be made whole if we're not believed?
We can't verify what was going on in his background.
I have no motivation to lie. The science and the technology can change us.
We've always looked to the skies for answers, instead of looking into ourselves.
Okay, so you've seen the trailer, and to give you a further synopsis about this film, it's narrated by Oscar nominee Mickey Rourke, and it's about former government physicist Bob Lazar, who made headlines worldwide in 1989 when he came forward with his account of reverse engineering alien spacecraft for the US military. The reason that the public even knows the name Area 51 is because Lazar talked about the work he did at the formerly secret military base. Burdened with a revolutionary secret, he had to choose between his oath to his country or his conscience. His wife believes him, his mom believes him, and the closer you get to his inner circle, the more you will believe him. His testimony remains the most controversial and important UFO story of all time, especially if it's true. Bob Lazar blew the whistle, shocked the world, and then went silent. And in this new film, Mr. Corbell intimately chronicles the triumphs and travails of a cosmic whistleblower. It investigates Lazar's groundbreaking claims of our government's secret program to create a fierce technology based on recovered alien vehicles. It reveals the devastating impact his actions had on his life over the course of the last 30 years. His public disclosures have turned his life upside down, and he's tried to stay out of the spotlight. And it is for this reason he has never let any journalist or filmmaker into the private world of his daily life. That is until now. Now, some of you, especially if you're new to this topic, you still may be saying, well, who is this guy? What did he do? Well, I published a video just about a year ago to the day titled, "They Tried to Erase This Man." And when I wrote that title, and as I'm saying it to you right now, that is the truth. The government literally attempted to erase this man and any link between him and his work at Area 51 on reverse-engineered alien technology. And if you haven't seen that video that I put out a year ago, I urge you all to head over and watch it, or if you have, just go and refresh your memory. But in that video, I tried to do my best to detail what we know about Mr. Lazar, despite the fact that we have barely heard anything from this man in the past 30 years, since he came out and revealed that he worked at Area 51, and more to the point, worked on reverse engineering recovered alien craft. And in that video, and I'll say it again here, there are critics of Mr. Lazar and his story, just as there are critics of any story out there. There's some who believe he is flat out lying about what he's done, and that he never worked at Area 51. He never went to the colleges that he said he did, and that his link to those places was never erased to begin with. But as you will soon find out, there is indeed evidence that came to light that this man did indeed work at Groom Lake. And furthermore, this man revealed things back then. For instance, one of the most notable is that Mr. Lazar, back in the 1980s, stated that these alien craft, or at least the ones that he had worked on, were powered by something called Element 115, and that this substance was what made it possible for these alien craft to produce their own gravity and actually fly. The problem was that back in 1989, Element 115 didn't exist. No one had heard of it. And it wouldn't be until almost 20 years later that this element was actually discovered. And that, my friends, is but one little piece of evidence that goes to show that just maybe Bob Lazar's story is much more real than any of us could have ever imagined. And that is why I'm so excited for the release of this new film, as well as this interview. So again, big news, guys. This is truly history in the making. When most people talk about UFOs, one of the first names that come up is Bob Lazar. He is a legend, and one who truly put the UFO phenomenon on the map, transitioning it from mere folklore to the very, very real phenomenon we know today, and that we talk about in each video. So with that, I'm going to put some links down below. The official premiere of this film is taking place on December 3rd at the theater at the Ace Hotel in Los Angeles. Now, I myself have been invited to this premiere, and I'm going to attempt to attend if I can, although I'm on the other side of the country. However, there are limited tickets available. I'll put a link down below. You can also pre-order this film. The link to that I will put down below, with the film becoming available everywhere December 4th. So you guys stay tuned. As I said, I will be interviewing both Mr. Lazar and Mr. Corbell. I will post an update as to when the interview is coming. It'll likely be early December. I haven't locked in the actual day yet, but as soon as I know, I will let you guys know the actual specific date. So thank you guys again. Stay tuned, and I will see you all in just a bit.